So glad that I'm going live right at 11:11. So everything that I'm saying is going to transfer to the universe and come back down on me and all those who choose to listen to what I have to say. Welcome to my new YouTube channel, which is the same, but I changed the name to The Conversation because I want to broaden my platform to open it up to reach as many human beings as possible and have these hard, direct, hard on discussions with one another. My first advice, this is my fourth day into my fast, and the reason for me doing a fast is I want to master more of my emotions and be more disciplined. So I feel like with this challenge of going through a fast and detoxing for 30 days, it allows you to be reborn and to be anew. So with me, I've been in a cocoon phase, and it's nothing wrong with being in a cocoon phase because when you're back and you re into the womb of self-discovery, there's nothing wrong with identifying that there's things and aspects in your life that you need to change. There's things you need to eliminate. There's things that you need to basically kill off. Everybody in different stages and phases in their life go through metamorphosis. And so, what I like to compare myself to is the butterfly metamorphosis, which is the caterpillar, then it's the cocoon phase, and it's the blossoming of the butterfly. But I want to talk about the resurrection of the phoenix, honey, because once I get through this cleanse and I reach my goal mentally and spiritually, I know everything else is going to open up and work in the favor. My blessings are going to pour in. So, my advice, number one, when you get started on a fast, whether it's for a day, for over the weekend, for a few days, for a week, or for a month, and you truly want to challenge yourself, the first thing you should have is your books that you read that uplift you and motivates you, because in this process it's going to cause you, or you can voluntarily or you can voluntarily want to isolate yourself off, because like right now with me doing this fast, I only want to conserve and use my energy for self. The only other person that gets my energy is my child. Anybody outside of that, I don't got time to hear about your drama, what you're going through, and like this time is for me. And it's okay to be selfless, because in order to be selfless for a person that's give, I've been a giver, and sometimes being a giver, wearing your heart on your sleeve, you can attract a lot of leeches. And sometimes you get so used to being selfless, that's all you know how to do. So you got to know how to take a step back. And I know you love humanity and you love people and you want to give the best advice. You want to be there, you want to be that support system, because there's nothing wrong with having that nurturing and caring aspect, because that's what we're lacking in the world. I feel like there's an abundance of wickedness and there's not enough kindness. But you got to know when to remove yourself and learn how to master oneself and master how you can use your energy to make your life better. Sometimes as selfless people, we're so geared towards uplifting and making sure that that person's good, that when you come back home, when you come back to self, you feel drained, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're out of harmony with self, because you're just spreading yourself so thin. So as you choose to go on a fast for whatever reason, whether it's spiritual, whether it's a challenge, whether it's for weight loss, because I'm doing it for all of the above, definitely go out there. I mean, definitely have books or go purchase books that you feel is going to inspire you and cultivate the development in the new you that you're forming in your cocoon process. Also have your amulets. Right now I have a black onyx stone. This stone is associated with the root chakra. It's an absorbent. It helps to absorb negative energy and transform it into positive. And I would have to say my review on the black onyx, it truly works. Because as I began getting onto this journey, this fasting, this challenge, I've been wearing it for like a week. Most of the time when I get triggered and I have a negative thought in my mind, sometimes I allow it to fester way too long than I should. And ever since my friend Remy gave me this stone off of his neck, not number one, he offered and he gave me his masculine healing energy, and most importantly, a hug. So that would be advice as well. When you embark on this challenging journey, well, I don't want to say challenging because that might trigger your mind into seeing it. It's not wrong with a challenge, whatever words or terms you want to use for this fast, this part of your journey in life. It's essential to have a friend by your side that understands you and where you at spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Somebody you can truly confide in, because it's going to be essential for that transfer of energy and for somebody to just be that support system and that nurturing. So I felt like when he was here and he allowed me to vent and get my thoughts and sort things out, number one, I was healed just by his touch. I was healed just by his hug. And this was completely platonic. You don't need to feel a transfer from energy from a man or a woman just through sex. It's just by simple contact and where y'all see each other and the feelings and the love that you have for one another. It's not reduced to just sex. You could transfer energy just by touch, just by words, just by being in somebody's presence. Sometimes somebody can be such a powerful being that their essence, that their aura illuminates so powerful that it makes you powerful. Like, for example, on Power 1051 today, I was watching Queen Afua, and just watching her in Supernova Salam during that interview, just listening to the Queen talk, I felt like she invigorated my womanhood, my femininity, being a black woman, being a mom, being a sister, being a healer, me knowing that a part of my quest and journey is to be a priestess, because I have the purest intentions and I want to see good in all of humanity, especially my tribe, especially my people. We're in a desperate need of healing, but we can't go out there trying to heal people if you haven't mastered to heal thyself. So I retracted myself from the platform and things like that, because I spread it myself too thin. And just when I was spreading myself too thin and I wasn't focusing on self, because the ancestors, the inner God told me, even though you're passionate about your people, you're spreading yourself too thin. And when the God within was communicating with me, I was so immersed in my emotion that I went against the advice. I went against the advice. I was like, no, I want to help people, and I want to. No, it said, no, help yourself. Help yourself, because people are attracted to those who have mastered oneself, and you haven't done that yet. You're not at that phase. You have the capability and the willpower and the heart and the spirit to be on the forefront for your people, but you're not there yet. And it's okay to say that you're not there. But I gave into my emotions, and this is why, another reason why I'm doing this fast is because I haven't yet mastered not allowing my emotions to control the decisions that I make. Because a lot of the times, giving into your emotions when you should be using logic or you should be having balance, it makes you make the wrong decision, and it can affect you. I won't say that you're taking a loss, you're taking on a lesson. And I feel like I have enough lessons that I've learned throughout my life and adulthood to know, like, okay, girl, now that you have all these lessons, you have all this wisdom, now it's time for you to act on it and to grow and to be a better you, for the goals that you want to reach in life, whether it's for self or you want to come back out into the community or whatever it is. Learn how to focus and give yourself 100% your energy. From a childhood until now, I've been used to giving, because once when I was young and I was basically raising my younger brothers along with my older sister, um I was just instantly a nurturer. I was thrown into a mother role, first of all. So through my brothers, I was giving and nurturing. And from I adopted this mentality, and plus seeing people in bad predicaments, I just always wanted to give. And sometimes I would give so much that even if it hurts me, or even if this person is toxic, I still wear my heart on my sleeve, and I still give, and I still do. And that's something I have to learn, that it's okay not to try to be somebody else's savior, because guess what? Nobody else is my savior but me. So people got to learn how to go inward and to activate the Christ within oneself. But anyway, I diverted a little bit, so I hope you all are still enjoying this video. So advice number one: have books, have literatures, have your meditational music, have things that's going to motivate you to get through this challenge, this trial, this testimony, honey. Number two, have your amulets. It could be gemstones, it could be some seashells, because as I go through this process, I will be sharing it with everybody. So I will be having different earthly elements on me. Number three, have a friend. You don't have to have somebody there with you all the time, but when you initially are going into it, just to have somebody that is on your mental and spiritual level, that you could just share your thoughts and ideas and transfer that positive energy, that loving energy, that nurturing energy, it goes a long way. Because when you're going into a fast state, and depending on what you're using it for, you have to have all this strength to deal with. I don't want to. Your demonic voices you may have, lower frequency voices, or internal battles that you have to deal with. I feel like a lot of that will arouse during this process, because if you want to change, and you know there's certain things you have to change, there are things that is attached to your aura, that is stuck in your psyche, things that you haven't forgiven yourself from, that is an anchor in your life. So it's definitely going to be challenging while doing a challenge. This challenge is layered on getting through this process. So number one, have your meditational music, your books, your literature, your audio books, have your amulets, have your earthly medallions or things around you. Even if it's not, you're not wearing anything, have like a salt lamp or something like that. Number three, having a friend or a circle of friends that's on your level, that understands where you're at mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, to help just give you that nurturing and positive energy, because this is definitely going to be a challenge. I'm on my fourth day, and I would have to say it gets easier by the day, because as long as I know I'm putting something into my body that can get me through the day and energize me, and electrolytes and stuff like that, I'm able to get through. But I'll make another video once I'm a week in on exactly what I'm using to give me fuel through my fast. Now most people think a fast is just water. No, my fast is primarily liquid, but I do use some meal replacements. But that'll be a whole nother video on the things that I'm using, that I consider that I'm using for my fast, and doing my best to abstain from eating physical food. Now if you find yourself that is strenuous, it's nothing wrong with like eating a piece of fruit. Don't do nothing that you feel is really taking a toll on your body, especially where you stand. Do you have high blood pressure, cholesterol? It depends on your health state. So you can definitely go out there and do a fast, or create what you think would be a fast from you. A fast, like I said, a fast is not just about abstaining from food. Fasting can be fasting from people and negativity. Fasting can be from, you know, whatever bad habits that you have that's making you a stronger you. I think we should expound on what fasting is and what's your concept of fasting, that you're setting these bars for yourself, and creating boundaries. I feel like when you're fasting, okay, when you're celibate from certain things, when you're abstinent, um you definitely have to create boundaries, because when you're in the fight of your life to change, so you can enter in a phase of being in the prime of your life. The prime of your life is not based on an age and dating, and the prime of your life is when you are introduced to your true self, you're living in that, and you're an illuminated being. So I hope everybody that comes across this video, if you choose to fast, share your story with me. Make sure you comment if you have any questions or you want me to talk about something. I'm definitely open to doing that. So, as I said in the beginning, peace, love, and prosperity to all humanity. And I'm going to start working on some affirmations so I can end my videos on a little bit of some affirmations. I'm going to look into seeing the live. I don't know how I can look into the live chat from here. If I don't know if people are talking all messages of some messages such as how do you see it? I don't even be on here. I don't even know how to use this. Welcome to remember to guard your privacy and guidelines. Like, what's this? Oh no. I'm trying to see if people were saying something, but anyway, thank you all for who came in and you tuned in. My content will be more concise, cut down. I will get better at delivering my information because I know I might have been a little bit everywhere, but I hope you get the gist of what I was saying. So continue to tune in, and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna make sure I keep everybody update every week that I'm accomplishing on my fast and how things are going, how my body's changing. Well, the skin is always going to glow and be on fleek, honey, because but just seeing an overall transformation, and I'm excited for anybody who wants to subscribe or you've been following me to be a part of this journey with me. I'm very excited. Peace.